it's science time. Today we get to talk about temperature. So you're going to need some supplies. You have a thermometer that looks like this in your packet, in your science bag. So you'll need your thermometer. You will need your paper with two thermometers. One says inside, one says outside. And you'll need a red crayon. Go get those supplies and come on back to me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's learn about temperature. Here we go. Measuring temperature and daylight. Today we're going to be focusing on the temperature. Temperature. How does the air outside feel today? Is it hot or cold? Well, I'm going to step outside and see. Look, Fat Mom came to the door. Hi, Fat Mom. I'm going to leave you out. Oh, I was going to leave you outside. Today when I feel outside, it feels a little bit cold. Not super cold, but it's definitely cooler than it is inside. And if you listen carefully, you might hear the birds. They're chirping like crazy because it's spring. So it's definitely cooler outside than it is inside. Let's see what else it says on here. Even though we can't see air, we can feel how hot or cold it is. Temperature is a way to measure how hot or cold the air is. So that's all temperature is, boys and girls. It's measuring how hot or how cold the air is. Okay? What are some words we might use to talk about the temperature? So instead of just hot and cold, what else can we say? In my house right now, it's not hot or cold. It's just nice and warm. And outside, it's not cold like winter, but we could say, what's another word for that when it's a little bit cold? Sometimes we say it's kind of chilly, or since it was raining, we could say it's damp. That means it's a little bit wet outside. Or we could say it's cool, because it's not cold like winter. It's not cold enough to snow, but it's definitely cooler than in my house. See if you can think of some more words. The thermometer. A thermometer is a weather instrument used to measure air temperature. It measures how hot or cold the air is in degrees Celsius or Fahrenheit. So these two big long words, Celsius and Fahrenheit, are just two different ways to measure temperature. You'll notice on this thermometer it has an F. That means where we live, we usually do temperature in Fahrenheit. So our thermometers usually have an F on them. If you look at our thermometers that we have, they have this little circle is called degrees, and then it has an F for Fahrenheit. That's just the way that we measure where we live, okay? So with our thermometer, the red goes down when it's colder, and it goes up, whoops, up when it's warmer. So then we can use these numbers to say how many degrees it is. So we're going to be practicing with that. First, we're going to check what the temperature is outside. I put a real thermometer outside instead of the paper one to check the temperature. I will grab it now. I set it on my grill to see, and my grill is off, to see what the temperature is outside. And if you look on here, you can see the red line going up on the thermometer. You can see that it stops at about right here, which would mean if this line is 60 and this line is 40, the one in the middle is going to be 40 plus 10 is 50. Yes, so it's a little more than 50 degrees. It's between 50 and 60. What's halfway between 50 and 60? We could count by fives probably, right? 50, 55, 60. So it's about 55 degrees outside right now. Now to see if I'm correct, another way you can check, if you don't have a thermometer like this outside, you could ask a grown-up or a big brother or sister to use their phone. So I'm going to look on my phone right now, and it's thinking, and it's going to tell me the temperature, and it says it's, where I live in Holman, it's 52 degrees right now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is on my paper where it says outside, I'm going to color the red part of my line to match my thermometer. So you can take your paper thermometer, and I want you to make it say 52 degrees. So it'd be just a little more than 50, like that. 50, and then see those itty bitty lines? We go to the second one, so 52 degrees. I'm going to do that on my outside, where it says outside. I'm going to color right here, and I'm going to go all the way up to right there, where it's just barely above the 50 line. 52 degrees outside. That's how warm the air is outside. Now, if it was going to snow, like in the winter, it would have to be down here, 32 degrees or even colder. So we know it can't snow. So it's still springtime, even though it's not shorts weather today, but it's getting warmer outside. It is supposed to get to almost 70 degrees today, I think. So we should see it get warmer as the day goes on. Now we need to see what the temperature is inside Mrs. Wetstein's house. And the way you do that is there's something in a house called a thermostat. Let's go look. I bet you have one of these where you live, even if it looks a little bit different than mine. This on the wall is called a thermostat, and it tells us how warm it is in your house right now. In my house, it is 69 degrees right now. So 69 is what it says. That's how warm the air is in my house right now. So I want you to think, is 69 warmer or colder than 52? If you said warmer, you're right. The bigger the number, the warmer the temperature. Let's go color that in on our paper. So inside my house, we said it was 69 degrees. So I'm going to push the red up to 60, and then I'm going to push it up even more to 69. So it's just a little bit less than 70. And then I'm going to color that on here. I'm going to draw a line at 69 degrees. And then I'm going to color everything below it. The red starts on the bottom, and it moves up. The warmer the air is, the higher up it goes. The colder the air is, the lower down it is. So you can see right now when you look at my paper that it is cooler outside because it's lower, and it's warmer inside because it's higher. Nice job, boys and girls. So as the day goes on, I would like you to be feeling the temperature. Maybe you'll get a chance to go outside a couple of times today and see if it's getting warmer or getting cooler as the day goes on. All right, have fun, boys and girls. See you next time.